fucking loser.
You live in your mom's basement.
You probably have a 2-inch cock.
You sound like a white guy.
Congratulations.
For what?
You said you got a girlfriend.
You're probably a virgin.
So that's a no for Netflix and chill?
Fuck you.
So I'm curious. Tell me about your show. What do you talk about?
I talk about how women ain't shit.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 756th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is Tuesday, July 27th of 2021. It is good to have you in this afternoon, and that completely, so looks like I completely missed that one, but no big deal. Missed the mark on that one. Instead, you guys got to see Philip and you guys got to see a little bit of Philip and Clyde. Of course, in the corner of my studio, I have my beloved gerbils. There was Philip, who came actually with his father. I got him with his dad. Dad tragically passed away, so then I got another one. And unbeknownst to me, I guess his mentor was Professor Charles Xavier, because he is an X-Man. Clyde is a bionic gerbil who has athletic ability like I've never seen in a gerbil. Clyde, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you guys in here. Shout out to my Sharp Stream guys. Dre Raven, Geeky Anomaly, Apollo, Chaos, Hemlar, and Sirius. Hemlar is new. So welcome to Chat Privileges. Very, very happy to see the community growing. Always happy to see the community growing. Guys, be sure to get your hands on my free ebook, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Long-Term Relationship. This book is absolutely free, and it gives you 16 traits that are automatic deal breakers when vetting women for a long-term relationship. Go to donovansharpe.com/newsletter to get your hands on this free and extremely valuable ebook. You're also going to have to get your hands on my newsletter to stay in the know on all things Donovan Sharpe, because the way Joker is talking, it looks like the powers that be are going to make it very difficult, if not even impossible, if you know what I mean, to continue to spread our message through this platform. The only way you're going to know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm streaming, all the content, is by signing up for my newsletter. I don't spam you guys. Every once in a while, I'll send you guys out an email. In return, I will give you my free ebook, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify You for a Long-Term Relationship. For a long-term relationship. There we go. Had to turn down the AC. Also, be sure to sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. In addition to being a valued patron and supporting the show, you get access to all of my past shows, the archive all the way to episode 1, Sharp Shorts, Ask Donovan Q&A, the weekend webinars, videos banned from multiple platforms, and of course, access to Sharp Stream, as well as huge discounts on courses. Go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe to get your hands on all those extras. Okay, let's get right to it. So, Kevin Samuels, friend of the program, did a podcast yesterday entitled Winter is Coming. The podcast was entitled Winter is Coming. And the long and the short of his monologue, and Kevin has brilliant monologues. I don't know how he does it without getting off track. But in his monologue, Kevin is letting women, really of all races, know winter is coming. Winter is coming. The government handouts, I think, are going to be stopping on August 31st. This means that women who have not been paying rent, women who have not been working, are now going to be required to pay rent and work. Schools are opening back up in August. What this means is that with their children in school, they are now required to work. They are required to work. Not only that, their rent's not going to be paid anymore. There is no more bailout money. And so what Kevin is telling these women, hey, winter is coming, seek shelter. In other words, seek out a man. The two countries he used as examples of what is coming for the United States and is already a grim reality for two Asian nations, he used Japan and Korea. In Japan and Korea, he showed this video on his podcast last night, and it's something I forgot what the percentage is, but it was oh my goodness, it was a huge percentage of women. Somebody in the chat find out what that percentage was. A huge percentage of women in their 30s and 40s who have remained single by design. They've done it on purpose. Instead of getting married and having children, they opted to work on their careers. Their careers as pet groomers. Their careers as florists. The average woman out there doing these kinds of dead-end jobs pays them $1,500 per month. That's $18,000 a year. That's not enough. That's not enough to support even a single person, much less a family. So what women are now doing in these nations is they are living together. They're almost like convents. You've got 3 and 4 women living together. One is a dog groomer. One is a cat herder. One is a florist, right? One has a new job every other month because they can't afford to live by themselves. Ice Dragon Kid said 49%. That is absolutely shocking. 49% of women in their 30s and 40s in these countries are unmarried. They do not have kids. And because of this, they have sucked the government dry. The government does not have the money to bail out women who do not have families. What does this mean? This means that women in these nations face a real possibility of being, dare I say, homeless? Now, there aren't many, relative to the number of homeless people here in the United States, a very, very small percentage of them are women. And the reason for that is because women have far more resources than men do. Far more access to resources as... Okay, Devin, stop sending me this stuff. Like, you're distracting me now. I don't care about the percentages now. I appreciate it, but stop. The point is that there are a lot of single women in their 30s and 40s. A lot of single women in their 30s and 40s. So that is going to inevitably come here. And the narrative with each and every one of these women, the narrative was building a family looked like kind of a hassle. How was I going to take care of my family, his family, and still have my career as a florist? A florist. So these women have opted out of marriage. They are single by choice. Till death do we single. What's going to end up happening is that these women are not going to have any place to turn. When they get old, they're going to be homeless. There's no more Social Security. Well, the same could be said about the United States. Just like Kevin Samuel said, winter is coming. All of those women over there, I wanted to be a career woman. I wanted to live the hot girl summer life. Now look where they're at. 42 years old, living with other 42-year-old women. And what do they all have in common? I wanted to focus on my career. They bought into the Western ideology. Well, here in the West, our women have clearly embraced this with a vengeance. They have embraced this with a vengeance. And so when all these government handouts run out, when there are no more bailouts, what are these women going to do? What are these women in the United States going to do? And that was the very question that Kevin posed to his audience. He asked them to call in. He asked them to call in to ask them, hey, what are you going to do? Winter is coming. What are you going to do? Let's take a look.
Unmute yourself. Hello.
Kevin was having some technical issues, so some of this is a little bit rough in the beginning, but it'll clear up.
Star.
I think I'm unmuted now, Kevin.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Uh-oh. Strike one. Strike one. 37 years old.
All right. What do you got for me?
I just kind of want to tap in and get a little bit on a better understanding on.
Wow. The bitch has a 5 head. That's a lot of forehead. That's a lot of forehead. Ay, ay, ay.
What you're saying when you're saying about where we are today and what are our plans.
Drury Raven on the Sharp Stream side says, Star, that's a stripper name. Yeah. I totally agree. That's not her real name.
To prepare for winter.
What's your real name? Not just stripper name. I make it rain on you like a window pane.
Is coming. And just kind of give you a background of what I have going on and to figure out, am I on the right path to prepare for the winter?
At 37 years old, listen, you might be on the right path, but it's not looking good so far.
Well, do you?
Quick note, guys. I didn't watch these interviews. I watched the very beginning and the very end. And the reason I did that was so that I could get the organic response, right? So what I did is I put this in iMovie, and for those of you Apple nerds like myself, in iMovie you can see it frame by frame. So when they appear on the screen, I know that's probably when the interview begins and ends. Now, I can't do that with Fresh and Fit because it looks the same all the time. So from now on, when I'm breaking down these Kevin Samuels videos, the first, I don't know, maybe the first 30 seconds I will have heard, maybe the last 15 seconds. Everything in the middle. Everything in the middle is going to be as fresh to me as it is to you. So here we go.
What do you want as an outcome for your life?
Uh-oh.
Regarding socially, a man.
A man. I want a partnership that we can.
Does that mean a husband?
Yes, a husband.
Okay.
That's
Well,
definitely
what I'm gonna need you ladies to start doing is stop calling. I'm gonna need you to stop diminishing marriage into partnerships.
There it is.
Calling it marriage.
There it is.
You go into
Okay.
partnership with businesses. You start calling. I'm just saying, not to you, but I think we diminish these titles so much. Just like when I see people calling themselves CEOs.
Oh my God.
Of a sole proprietorship.
Right.
You're not a goddamn CEO.
Right. Right. Yeah, exactly. This is what DJ Academics was quizzing the ladies on. I think 3 of those bitches ran their own companies. Academics was not here for that. Ack was not here for that. He's like, okay, so you are on the documents, blah, 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 blah. Dude, he quizzed them so hard, they actually ended up having to lie.
Stop the cap.
Well, I was thinking that marriage was a partnership.
No, sweetheart, marriage is not a partnership. Listen, man, guys, listen. In 2021, a relationship cannot be a partnership. It can't be. 55, 60 years ago, maybe marriage could be a partnership back in the 50s and 60s when it was a true partnership. But guess what? There was still a hierarchy. The man was the leader of the household. The wife was second in command, and so on and so forth. That's how that worked. But the reason why women use these words like partnership is because they're trying to give themselves authority. Well, wait a minute. Why did you go and invest wisely in a 401k and diversify our portfolio? You're supposed to check with me first. We are partners, remember? No, fuck that. When it comes to financial decisions, yeah, every once in a while, I will consult my girl. I'll be like, Dev, what do you think of XYZ? Sometimes I consult her. Most of the time, I don't. I just say, Dev, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. And she's like, yep. You don't have any contention? Nope. That's how it's supposed to be. In 2021, there is no such thing as a partnership. In 2021, with today's women, dude, this is not a partnership. This is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship. Every once in a while, I will tap you for some wisdom because there are some things my woman can see that I don't. There are some things she has expertise on that I don't. But in the end, I'm the boss.
I mean, I get understanding when
But
you say.
but that's the problem. It's not okay. But by calling him okay. So when you're married, do you mind if he calls you his old lady?
Oh, his old lady.
Chick?
No, not once we get to the point of marriage.
Why? You want to be called a wife?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So that title, man. That title.
Oh, yeah. There we go. See that?
Matters.
See that?
Oh, okay. So you do understand the difference.
I do.
Thanks.
See, this is what Myron talks about all the time. Women want traditional masculinity. They want a man who adheres to the traditional tenets of masculinity, but they don't want to be traditionally feminine, right? She wants to be a wife, but she wants to be in charge. She wants a partnership. Nope.
That's all I'm trying to say. But you want to be married. That's all I'm trying to get. You see, the fact that we got to do that.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
Let me just say this. Black people, we need to overperform in formality.
Yep.
And respect. Yep. We are far too informal with each other.
Right.
So you want a marriage and a husband. What else would you like?
There we go. I like how he's making it clear. Stop being nebulous and tell me what you want. Malik D on the Sharp Stream side says they use the word because they've been brainwashed into thinking we're the same. Yep.
In terms of out of the marriage,
well, I'm just talking about big picture. What do you want? Because what
the hell else is there?
Okay, I just want to understand what the outcome is. A marriage.
Okay.
You want children?
Yes, I actually have 3, Kevin.
That's it. That's it. You're out. You're out. 37, 3 kids, and a 5 head. 37, 3 children, and a 5 head. That's it. She's out. She's out. Listen, she can be a wife at some point. It's just not going to be to a man she can respect and love.
How many fathers?
2.
Oh. Oh my God. 3 kids by 2 different niggas. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my God.
Have you been married before?
No, sir.
Oh!
Why have you chosen not to marry any of the fathers of your children?
Unbelievable.
Well, I have a 20-year-old and I have an 18-year-old.
Why have you chosen not to marry the father?
A 20-year-old and an 18-year-old. 37 minus 28. Oh, I'm sorry. 37 minus 20 had her first kid at 17. Second kid at 19. Had a kid at 17. One wasn't enough. Had to have another one at 19. This woman's life was over before she hit 20. Like, what are we doing? What are we?
Of any of your children?
Well, we were close to marriage with my first child, my first 2 kids' fathers.
Nope. What does that mean? What does close to marriage mean?
Oh boy, here we go.
We were entertaining the idea. We were both open to it.
No.
Wait. IVF? The fuck is she talking about? Wait, what?
First child, my first 2 kids' fathers.
What does that mean? What does close to marriage mean?
We were entertaining the idea. We were both
IVF, bitch. Listen. Check this out. Why are you entertaining IVF if you already had 2 kids? Like, does she not? Hold on.
Open to it.
No. You already had children.
Yeah, right.
We had children together.
Okay.
Did he want to marry you?
Yeah,
I don't understand the IVF thing.
we did.
So I don't see. Now it's about to get hard. I hate it when you ladies come in and do this bullshit.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
You already had 2 human beings.
Yeah.
And you talk about entertaining marriage. You should have entertained marriage before you entertained motherhood.
Oh!
Right.
Yep.
Well, we're learning. Can I grow?
get it.
Can I learn?
Sweetheart, can I learn? Translation, is it too late for me? Oh, boy.
Well, unfortunately, yes, but it may be too late.
Yep.
Because if you're still talking about marriage as a partnership,
Oh, my God, dude.
at
This
37
is
years
insane.
old, you're still using words like I would expect a young girl to use. Like, I entertain marriage. Instead of
Right.
saying, I want a husband, and I want to be a husband. I want to be a wife. I want additional kids. And I have 3 children by 2 different men, and I blew those relationships.
Ice Dragon Kid says close to marriage equals we live together, but never put a ring on it.
Yep.
Jose Torres, $5 super chat, says she needed 3 game overs. Yeah, that's it. Like, there's just, yeah, I need to get the ending sound. Ay. Still learning? Oh, Jonathan Smith, $5 said idea, not IVF. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is she talking about in vitro fertilization for when the bitch already had 2 kids? Okay, appreciate that, Jonathan, for clearing that up.
Because I wasn't woman enough to walk down the aisle. That's what men really want to hear from y'all. Other
Right.
than this bullshit y'all
Yeah,
go through.
we ain't trying to hear all of that.
What, Kevin? I really saw myself so much in when you stated that our culture of women are scared.
Yep.
Operating in fear.
Yep.
And I think that's what has been my problem.
Oh, here we go.
Marriage has not been a hard thing for me.
Oh, here.
If
Marriage has not been a hard thing for you. What are you talking about?
Who's your youngest child?
he's 8.
Oh my God. She has a kid at 19. I'm sorry, she had a kid at 17. Then had another one at 19. Then had another one at 29 years old.
Why did you? Okay, so you were almost 30 when you had that child. Why didn't you marry his father?
That was more so of something that just kind of moved fast. I don't think
Now, you know good and damn well
That's not good enough. Like, I need answers.
I'm not going to accept that. Why would you even come in? Why would you even come in
Right.
with it move fast? What did I
Right.
ask?
Exactly. Right. See, this is what Kevin does not let these women get away with. This is what Kevin does not let these women get away with. All right? He does not allow them to answer questions like this. Well, what happened? Well, it just kind of moved too fast. That didn't tell us anything. Clearly, it moved too fast. You had a fucking kid. But what really happened?
Why didn't we get married?
Right.
There you go. Because
I wasn't interested in a marriage with him, Kevin.
Why were you interested in having this baby?
so she wasn't interested in a marriage, but interested in having his child? Jesus Christ. This is insane.
She's looking dead at me, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
That's because she knows you fucked up. That's why. Daughter's looking at you because she knows you done fucked up. She's like, Mom, you fucked up. Like, no disrespect, but you fucked up.
She needs to know the truth, so she
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
do this too.
There you go.
She's definitely not going to do this.
No, I'm talking
How would she know not to do this? Look at the example she has.
to you. You were not interested in marrying him, but why'd you have his baby?
Insanity.
Because it happened.
It didn't happen, ma'am. You were 30 years old having unprotected sex.
Unbelievable.
You already had 2 children.
Unbelievable.
You wanted
Look at her.
any other.
Look at the look on her face. She knows she's got him. Just so you guys know, actually. There we go. Cold Steel, with the Cold Steel on the YouTube side, said there's only 1 week of the month when she can conceive plus 12 kinds of birth control. She'd really have to be reckless to have a baby by accident. That's exactly right. She has 3. She has 3. If a man fucks a woman enough to get her pregnant, it wasn't just a one-time thing. Listen, are there one-night stands that result in a pregnancy? They happen every day. They happen every day. But when women and men get to fucking, they're not fucking to have the child. They're just fucking to fuck. But what they don't understand, they're like, okay, we're fucking without a condom. Like, we could get pregnant. So let's do something about that. Nope. Nope. I want to feel you. Let me feel that hot load.
The woman on the planet knows the outcome.
Right.
And why am I being this dip harder? Because you talking about you want a husband. No, you're looking for a stepfather.
Uh-oh.
Anyone who will marry you will be a stepfather.
Yep.
And a woman like you who can't take accountability.
I haven't not taken accountability.
No, you haven't in this conversation.
What?
You just said it just happened.
told
No,
you.
you just
I
said it
wasn't
just
talking
happened. Okay, ma'am. Maybe to you that's taking account.
Devin in the Sharp Stream side, yes, it says, but she's a hero for not having a Noit Roba spelled backwards. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And no, she hasn't taken accountability. You want to know why she doesn't? Listen, here's the deal. You want to know why she has 3 kids? You want to know why she has 3 kids? Because she was reckless and irresponsible. That's why. It didn't have anything to do with anything else that she's talking about. She was reckless and was irresponsible. That's it. Bottom line. King Midas says the delusion is over.
Over 9,000!
Yeah, dude. We're way past 9,000, fam.
Accountability.
Okay, what could I?
Sirius on the Sharp Stream side says, I won't even play with a woman with more than 1 child. The second child is a black flag. Psh.
I have said that made it sound like accountability to you.
I was still more willing to be a mother than
There
a
you
wife,
go.
so I was having unprotected sex with a man who's not a husband.
Bingo. Got it.
Okay. Well, I apologize for not
Well,
working.
I'm just saying that's the
like that.
truth. Why was
I
he
agree.
good?
I agree.
Okay, but my thing is, why have unprotected sex with
Right.
a man like that? If you don't have sex with him, have sex with him. But why reproduce?
Why are we fucking raw?
Because if it happens, what am I?
It didn't just happen.
Oh, wow.
We had sex. I got pregnant, and I made the decision, like you just said, to go ahead and be a mother to somebody that I knew was not a potential husband.
That's all she had to say. That's all she had to say. That's all she had to say. That's why Kevin got loud with her. It just happened is not a reason. It just happened is an excuse. The difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is something you do not have control over. An excuse is something you do.
And I made a mistake. So we
Well, 3 mistakes, actually.
are here today at 37, and I'm trusting your expertise to listen and
Oh my God, sweetheart. So she's trusting Kevin's expertise to listen, huh?
learn.
Man, it didn't just happen. It didn't just happen. You are a mother of 2 children.
3.
You were a mother of 2 before you got pregnant with this child. You were in
Oh
a
my God.
sexual relationship with a man who was not of the caliber of man you would become a wife for. True or
Right.
false?
True.
True or false?
True.
Finally.
And you choosing to have
Mm,
unprotected sex with that man did not just happen. That was a choice. Every time you speak, every time
He's about to tell her to shut the fuck up. Albatross, $5, says these strong, independent types pop out kids like rabbits, but can barely feed themselves. The spirit of Eli Yah says black men doesn't have a chance because there are millions of her out here destroying the community with this type of ideology. This is not an ideology. Listen, what she's a part of is not an ideology. What's happening is the black community is a matriarchy. And as I have stated many times before, if you give women sole control of anything, they destroy it. Themselves, their children, the black community, etc., etc. The black community is a matriarchy. That's why it's a shit show. If black men were in charge of the black community, it would be a very different story. Of that I can assure you.
Every time, whatever position you guys chose, unprotected sex. How can so many other women on the planet choose to have sex with some of the worst of the worst men and not walk away with a
Unbelievable.
baby? Because they choose to get contraception. They choose to not have babies with men. 33 forms of birth control available to 30-year-old women.
Real talk.
It did not just happen.
Nope.
And any man that you will be talking about, you want to learn from, he's listening to this, and I would say, brother, what are you trying to say to this man? He'll be like, you're not taking any accountability. It just happened. It just happened.
Definite G says Kevin hit her with the,
Oh, you can.
yeah, man, this is not going well.
Well,
No,
maybe
it-
I didn't word that correctly, but I have no problem with taking accountability.
Okay.
All right, let's move
So
forward.
I apologize for not.
Let's
wording
move
it
forward.
that
Let's move-
way,
let's move
but I do
forward.
Take accountability.
Let's move forward. How about this?
Chris Black, $5, says these ladies don't realize these impulsive decisions to carry over to other areas, finances. Know any single mom of 3? Do you know any single mom of 3 with a 799 credit score?
Nope.
Me neither.
How about this? Why do you want to get married now?
She's looking for a safety net. That's why she wants to get married now. You see that? Dude, Adonis 1909, $2 says their kids are their retirement.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you, this woman was not interested in marriage. You want to know why this woman is interested in marriage now? It's because she's hit the wall. She is no longer, she's hit the wall. Clearly she's hit the wall. This woman is a classic example of a woman who literally spoiled all of her lottery winnings. She had 3 kids with 2 ain't shit niggas and now is looking for a Carlton to bail her out. That's why she's looking for a husband. She ain't looking for a husband. She's looking for a stepdad.
Because I feel like that's something that I deserve to experience. That's something I feel like I.
Wait, what? Hold up. Did this bitch really just say that she?
Because I feel like that's something that I deserve to experience. That's something I.
37 years old, 3 kids, and thinks that she deserves that experience.
Nope.
I feel like I have value to bring to our
Oh
Black
my God.
community.
Oh my God. You feel like you have value? No. Whoa. I can't wait to hear the rest of this. Mr. Shane Vicious says, looks like more advertising for SYSBM. I have no idea what that is. Practical Stoic said the choo-choo train sound. Dude, this woman is absolutely, oh my God. 37, 3 kids, 2 fathers.
I feel like I have a lot to offer,
Like what?
despite the mistakes that I had made, and that is why I am here, willing to have this conversation with you, because a lot of times, some of the things that I have been through,
Here we go.
you mark us out.
So now Kevin is going to allow her to give herself enough rope to hang herself with. This is what Kevin is going to do. Oh boy.
out for that. And I don't feel like that is fair or true.
Whoa.
There. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You done fucked up now. You've done fucked up now. You done fucked up. You used the F word. Boo. You used the fair word. Kevin cannot stand it when these washed up, road-worn, post-wall bitches with 3 kids by 2 different ain't shit niggas when they use the word fair. Remember Silver Sable? Remember that podcast on Fresh and Fit? I was there. I was in the studio when Kevin called. He was talking to Amanda, and the reason he called is because he didn't like the fact that she used the fair word. Oh, SYSBM is Save Yourself Black Men. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Whoa.
Yep. You done fucked up. Oh, that's it. You done fucked up. A
lot of things that I mark you out for.
Uh-oh.
Like in general.
I don't mark you out for anything.
Bitch, you marked yourself out when you started having kids.
Well, a lot of times you say.
No, ma'am. I'm talking. No.
37.
No, ma'am. I'm. Look,
wow.
I don't mark you out for anything. I just now talk to you. I don't know you.
Damn.
Okay.
Hemlar on the Sharpe stream side says she's an entitled hoe.
She belongs to the streets.
Real talk.
Generally speaking.
Generally speaking?
I mean, I put myself in a category with women in general that have
women in general. So I'm like every woman out here. Have
the same thing where they have mistakes that they have made, taking accountability
Ma'am,
for not.
Listen, just because you take accountability does not mean you deserve anything. That doesn't mean anything. Let me go up here and read the super chat. So Carlos R, $5 says, how do I stay calm and not get aggressive when a woman is instigating violence? And if I defend myself, it can be bad and the police get involved. You need to watch the Fresh and Fit podcast. When Myron Gaines throws out girls, that is the gold standard in terms of what to do when women get violent with you. I would strongly advise. So the problem is either with you and or your woman. You're fucking with women who are getting violent with you. You sticking around, that's your fault. If you're with a woman you know is going to put hands on you, that's your fault. Get the hell up out of there. Let's continue.
The thing is, okay, ma'am. The thing is, you say you're taking accountability, okay?
Nope.
She hasn't taken accountability. She keeps making excuses.
And maybe this is the most accountability you've ever taken, but this is not accountability.
Nope.
You're saying that it just happened. That is not accountability.
Wow.
That is not accountability, man.
What?
Adonis, $5, says problem with their plan. They don't make good parents because they are always gone and only showed poor decision making. Kids will only hate them in the end. That is very listen, I don't hate my mother, but I still have a lot of resentment toward her for her selfish actions when we were children. Adonis, $2 super chat says invest in nursing homes, fellas.
Yep.
Big K the trucker says she needs some milk. That's funny. C-Dub, $5 says she can barely even catch the D anymore. Otherwise, she'd still be doing exactly what she did to get where she is now. She's looking for a bailout.
Yep.
Chris Black, $5 says had condom break, stopped instantly, said we got to go get plan B. Now she said, cool. Can we finish Raw first? I said,
nope.
I watched her take the pill. Very nice. Six Ball, $5 says she deserves a hairbrush. That's about it.
Ma'am, if your child came home with an F, in a subject, and told you it just happened.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
But I'm trying to get you to understand. Hold on.
I think he's going to try to.
That wouldn't fly.
Right, it wouldn't fly.
No, of course not.
You're right.
Okay, so.
Absolutely not.
Hold on, just a second.
Yeah, Kevin was having some technical issues during this episode, but that's okay.
And that's all I'm trying to get ladies like you to understand, that when you're saying you're taking accountability,
right,
it doesn't seem like accountability to us.
Nope.
And here's the thing. This is just like that Christian vlogger, Katie Emerson, God forgives. And if you've had a mistake a time or two, God will forgive. God forgives everybody. Okay, that might be true, but men don't forgive that stuff. Okay? Listen, just because Jesus paid, listen, Jesus paid it all, but guess what? You still need diapers. You still need child support, right? God forgives. All right, great. Jesus paid it all and God forgives. The fuck you need us for, right? What this comes down to is this woman, the only reason why this woman, and who nailed this? Who nailed this? This was, dude, C-Dub nailed it. The only reason why she wants to get married now is because she knows she can't fuck the niggas, fuck the type of niggas she used to be able to fuck. That's it. That's it. Like, this woman is the example. She is the avatar of the modern woman.
It sounds like, you're still blaming men, or not necessarily blaming men, but it's like, hold on, guys, we're having a little technical. You want to get married because you feel like it's something you deserve.
Nope.
Right?
No, sir.
Right, and whoever I marry, I feel like that's something.
Well, what do you mean?
Whoever I marry. I hate to break it to you, boo. It's over for you. This woman really thinks she's going to end up getting married.
See, what men don't understand is, how are you deserving of, what do you mean you feel like it's something you deserve?
Yeah, I'd like to hear this.
I don't understand what that means.
Why do you deserve a husband, sweetie?
You don't feel like you deserve marriage?
I'm talking to you, man. I want you to explain what it means when you say you deserve marriage.
That's right.
At almost
there it is.
40 years old with 3 children.
You see what she just tried to do there? What, do you feel like you deserve marriage? Right? She tried to flip the script and make it about him. And Kevin does a very, very good job. We ain't talking about men. We talking about you. Y'all want the ring, not us. What do you bring to the table? Why do you deserve it?
From 2 men, why do you deserve marriage?
Exactly. So that goes back to what you just said. What I was just explaining to you. You put women in a category like me, myself.
I'm sorry. He doesn't put women in a category at all. Kevin does not put any woman in a category. Women put themselves in their category. Like, what she's trying to make it sound like is that because Kevin says, stay away from women like her. Oh, well, you know what? I was going to date this 37-year-old post-wall, never married, with 3 kids, 2 different baby daddies, but Kevin Samuels told me to stay away, so I better stay away. Nah, that's not how it works. Kevin doesn't put them in a category. The market does. Well, they put themselves in a category, then the market dictates what they want.
Prioritize marriage.
The decisions that
you haven't prioritized marriage.
And I don't feel like that's fair.
You haven't prioritized marriage.
So why would I not deserve marriage?
You haven't prioritized marriage.
Those situations.
Kevin's getting loud. He's getting loud. Oh shit! Did he get up? Did he get up?
37.
This woman is insane.
Does that count us out?
Yep.
Yep.
Certainly does.
Yes, sir.
Counts you out.
Yep, definitely counts you out. Oh yes.
Yep, certainly does.
Does that count me out? Yeah.
Would it count a man out?
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
Here we go.
We're not talking about a man. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about.
We're
not talking about a man. No. We're not talking about. We're not talking about a man. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
Is that going to count them out?
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. We're not talking about.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Bitches always do this. But will it count a man out? We're not talking about men. We're talking about you. But to entertain her question, would that count a man out?
Nope.
We say this all the time, guys. I say this all the time. Sexual attraction is not symmetrical. Bitches would love to think, oh my God, if he has kids, I'm not trying to do nothing with him. Negative. A single father, a man with kids, a man with children, is not hampered in the sexual marketplace the same thing a woman with kids are. You want to know how we know? Because we got all these bitches with multiple baby daddies. Multiple baby daddies. We got dudes out here running around with 3-4 kids already by 3-4 different women. But guess what? Women still have children with these guys. Fuck out of here. Lord Sinister, $5 says, if women don't mean anything, why do women think they are owed marriage? If women don't owe men anything, I think he's wanting to say, why do women think they are owed marriage? Right, exactly. Exactly. Sixball, $5 says, I feel like she deserves a hairbrush. That's about it. I think I read that already. Adonis, $5 says, they are ready when they can't keep a man they chase. When the DMs never come between 8 and 11, they're mad. We know their secret. Sixball, another $5. SMV and Wall Street are identical in that the market is always right.
Yep.
You know it. You know it.
Not a man. We're talking about you. And see, that's one of the biggest misconceptions.
That's my question.
Oh my God, she's still talking.
This is one of the biggest misconceptions of women. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. You're a 37-year-old woman who never prioritized marriage.
Uh-oh.
And now you talk about you deserve marriage at 37. You don't deserve anything. We get in life what we earn.
I know you didn't hang up on me.
My thing is, you have
She came back? Oh my.
3 children by
my
2
God.
dudes, and you've not you had sex with a man. Due respect, your child was in the room with you. People in the chat room had to tell you, send your kid out of the room.
Yes.
Uh-oh. See that? You see that? You see what he just said? People in the chat were telling her, hey, send your kid out the fucking room. That just shows what kind of mother she is, guys. That just shows what kind of that just shows what kind of mother she is. Man. Ratchet.
Right? Yes? Ma'am, I need you to speak. I'm not having a conversation with myself. Did you hear what I said?
I'm trying to give you time to finish. I'm listening.
No, what I'm saying,
Oh,
people in
bitch. Okay, so now she's doing that, right?
the chat room told you to have ask.
Carlos R, I did not miss your $5 super chat. I answered it. Rewind and watch.
You to send your child out of the room, yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why was she?
I'm not sure what they said. I'm not paying attention to.
All right. So one of the answers, when I'm asking you about
Unbelievable.
her father, you saying she's sitting there looking you in the face. When
Right.
I'm asking you about
There you
her
go.
dad,
There you go.
why is she? Okay. I don't think the kids should be around adult conversations because you don't know where they're going to go.
That's right.
So that's a problem.
Yep.
That's a problem for any man that deals with you because you're so into what you thinking or wanting.
That's
You're not
correct.
paying
And
attention.
that's why I asked her to leave.
But
No. You didn't ask her to leave. You asked her to leave because you were told to ask her to leave.
Shouldn't have been there in the first place. What city do you live in?
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
What city do you live in?
Oh, now she's playing games. See, now she's playing games. He's making him ask her the question more than once. She is trying to take control here. My guess is that this is going to get old real quick.
Right.
You got to be kidding me.
I live in Florida. Panama City, Florida.
Thank you.
Panama City, Florida.
Dude, this fucking bitch. Dude, 37... Look, man. Look. A 22-year-old with 3 kids who still has a rockin' body might have a chance if she's super feminine. This woman is 37, 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, and now she's a smartass too? You're going to be irreverent to the great and powerful Kevin Samuels? Bitch, that's why you're single. Yep, Geeky Anomaly on the Sharp Stream side says the fucking passive-aggressive disrespect. I'm trying to tell you, man, that kind of stuff pisses me off. See, I shot Kevin a text this morning, dude. Look, I shot him a text. I said, hold up. I said, I do not know how you deal with these broads. That's exactly what I told him. I said, I don't know how you do it, bruh. I really don't. Oh, my goodness. That passive-aggressive, right. Yeah, I live in Panama City, Florida. See, you don't get to be passive-aggressive at 37 with 3 kids and 2 baby daddies. You don't get to be passive-aggressive.
I'm going to say something, and when I finish saying yes, I want you to say yes. I need to see how much of a delay is there. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
There is no delay.
Nope.
You can hear me.
Yep.
I asked you what city you live in, and you just sat there.
She belongs to the streets.
It's a huge delay because everything you're saying, once you finish, it says it again.
Unbelievable. Kevin just did the test. He just did the test. He said yes. Yes. Wow. Does she have any hope?
Nope.
So she's going to be alone?
Yep.
This bitch is done.
On my end, it is.
He just did the test, man. Unbelievable.
I'm going to move on to somebody else.
Panama City.
I'm going to move on to somebody else. It should not be this much of a delay. This is on you, not me. That's not my system. That's yours.
This is funny as shit. Kevin knows she's just sitting there being passive aggressive. He knows what she's doing, dude. But he's like, you know what? I'm going to move on to someone else. Because Kevin recognized very quickly that was the way it was going to be. He's like, okay, anytime I ask a woman a question, she's just going to sit there because she did that earlier. And Kevin's like, say something. She's like, well, I'm waiting for you to finish. Bitch, he didn't talk for 5 seconds. He was done. John Wick $5 says at this point, she can experience marriage by buying the Sims video game, but that's about it.
Everybody else can hear at the same time. You want to decide to come back out?
Okay, let's try it again.
No,
don't go, Kevin. Hold on.
No, you can leave and
she
come
said,
back
don't go, Kevin. Hold on.
I'm not going to remove you, but I got other things to do.
Okay, can you try it again?
I'm going to I'm going to put you in the waiting room, and after I'm finished talking about you still available, then I'll go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, I'd have kicked the bitch out. I'd have been like, peace.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Ooh, raspy
Thank you
voice.
for showing that it's not just my system over here.
There you go.
Because you can hear me just fine.
It's not.
Yeah, that's something wrong with that lady. So what do you got going?
Uncomfortable Truth says, however, in the Jungle Book, that's Mowgli with a G, was found and cared for by a female panther. As he got older, she handed Mowgli off to Baloo. Exactly.
It's wintertime.
Cigar Man says, Panaho City. He's stupid.
It is. And first, thanks for and showing one of my favorite shows that just so happened to have ended horribly, if I may say so myself.
Oh my God, it was terrible. How old are you, by the way?
I am 29. I will be 30 on my father's birthday, September 24th this year.
All right, so what do you got?
Whoa! This chick is 29 years old. Hold up.
For me.
This chick is 29? Yo, real talk. This bitch looks like somebody's grandmother. Look at this. Hold up, man. Hold up. Hold the fucking phone. You mean to tell me this bitch is 29 years old? No, I don't buy that. She looks like she looks like she eats butterscotch candy. She looks like she has grandchildren. Holy God. 29? There is no way this woman is 29 years old. There is absolutely no way she's 29, guys. I don't buy it. Oh my God. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. For the longest time, these bitches were out here talking about black don't crack. Oh no, there's precious little evidence of that lately. Ay, ay, ay. Good God.
So I did want to ask you, like, what do you, like, in today's society,
Mm-hmm.
how would you propose that we as women prepare?
There is no way she's 29, dude. I think she's lying. Definite G says crack is... She might be a crackhead. No, it's not just the glasses, guys. It ain't just the glasses. No. This woman looks like she's been around.
Prepare our young ladies for marriage. Because when you say that, what I basically think of, and the closest thing that I can think of is
when you say prepare our young ladies, meaning who? Your daughters?
Daughters.
Do you have any children?
I do.
Are you married?
I am not.
Well, that's the first thing you do. That's the first thing you do.
I've been asked.
Okay, so the first thing you gotta do. Kids don't listen to what we say; they listen to what we do.
Exactly.
All the words you have to say for your daughter mean nothing.
Mean jack shit.
Showing them what.
That's right.
Because they're gonna ask, "Well, Mom, why aren't you married to my dad?" Unless the father is unavailable for marriage, meaning death.
Available for marriage. My daughter's father.
Wait, what?
Is he alive?
He is.
Oh, yeah.
Is he married?
No.
What do you mean? Then what makes him unavailable?
He is currently
incarcerated.
It's kind of hard to say. I don't know if I should say.
Is your daughter in the room? Just be frank, bitch.
He's currently serving time, and
he's alive. But he's alive.
He is. Thank goodness.
That doesn't make him unavailable for marriage.
Correct. That is very
if
it's a prison nigga.
If he was your husband, he'd be married to, see, for better for worse, sickness and poorness, riches and health, the death do his part doesn't say anything about prison.
Damn. You Kevin giving it to her straight. Guys, we have 1,800 people, 1,815 people watching. Please try to keep my engagement up over 50%. The reason why this channel has grown the way it has is because of you guys. Okay? The reason this channel has grown is because of you guys. As of right now, I was at 110,000 subscribers about a little over 2 weeks ago. 110,000 a little over 2 weeks ago. I am now at 116,822. We're going to crack 117,000 subscribers today. And the reason we're able to do this on a consistent basis is because of the engagement. So if you guys could do me a favor, smash the like button like we smash these hoes out here, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Let's continue.
You picked him? Marry him.
Indeed, you are correct.
Marry that nigga. Marry that.
Indeed,
so what I'm saying in a very direct way.
Damn.
Ladies, you've been told marriage is the ultimate option.
She's got good teeth at least, but damn, dude.
You can decide to come in and out depending upon, and you can rewrite it as you want to. It's meant to be a rigid, inflexible thing. So whatever you tell a person is going to be irrelevant because they're going to say, well, why didn't you do that?
There you go. And this is why content creators like myself have to show receipts. The reason we have to show receipts, and listen, man, I used to know some content creators way back in the day, 2-3 years ago. Man, they want us to show receipts. I'm like, what's the problem with that? There is no problem with showing receipts. Like, listen, you can talk the talk, but if your audience does not see that you are walking the walk, they're only going to listen to you talk the talk for so long. And that's what Kevin is trying to say. You can tell your little girl, hey, listen, man, don't be sleeping around, don't have marry before you carry, but mom has already, well, mom, why didn't you do that?
I've already had that conversation with my daughter, though, Kevin.
But how old is she?
My daughter is 9.
So if you don't think your daughter is wondering why you aren't married to her dad, you're
unbelievable. If she really is 29, like she says she is, I don't believe that for 1 second, man. If she is indeed 29, she had this kid at 20 years old. Unbelievable, dude. Tyrone Childs. Welcome to Chat Privileges. Welcome to the TSR family, man. Appreciate the support. Good to have you. Everybody at Tyrone Childs. Devin, put it on the poll. Put it on the poll. Is this woman, do you believe this woman is 29 years old? Yes or no? Put it on the poll, Devin. Do you believe this woman is 29 years old?
We both, her father and I, have already had that conversation.
I'm talking about you and her. You asked how to get her ready.
Mm-hmm. The reason she's laughing is because you want to know why she's laughing? Because she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She didn't know how to get her ready.
So y'all imbue your children with these fairy-like mystical properties.
Look, man, baby mamas beget baby mamas.
Like they're not human beings. She's not a fool.
I think I'm a realist when speaking with my daughter.
Huh?
Say what?
If I may say so myself, I think that I am a realist.
Well, you asked how to prepare, right?
When I say in your terms, what do you mean? Like,
marry before you carry is the best way to do it. And unless the father's dead, marry the father. That's the way you prepare.
I was told no. I was actually turned down. And it wasn't because...
Okay, so now... So if you were turned down, then why'd you have the kid?
Then you don't have the baby. See, this
there it is. He just said it.
This is ultimately the problem. See, the marry before you carry thing is something for a reason. If he didn't want to marry you, you shouldn't have had his baby.
Oh, I know. I figured this out, guys. I figured this out. I'm going to do some math. I think I figured this out. So check this out. She says she's 29, right? She said she's 29. Anybody want to guess when her birthday is? Her birthday is February 29th. Her birthday is February 29th. So her birthday is February 29th. Let's see here. Her birthday was February 29th. Let's call it 1904. February 29th, 1904. Well, that explains it. She has a birthday every 4 years because she was born on a leap year. That actually, yeah, she looks... Now, okay, so she's 116. I don't know. I'd give her 75. She looks almost half her real age. That's it. I mean, the mystery cracked. All right, good stuff.
And I need you to listen. I need all you ladies to listen, because this is how men think.
Uh-oh.
If you wasn't good enough for your baby daddy, why do we want another man's leftover?
Woo!
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Because you're all leftovers to us.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Damn.
Did you hear that? He's in the other room listening.
I'm sorry. So I said it loud enough for him to goddamn hear it.
Oh, shit.
No, he's watching.
Oh, my God. Oh, she thinks it's funny.
Because we know we're not your first choice, because the man you make a baby for is the dude you want to be with.
Finish him.
Understood. And you know what? My father said the same thing.
Well, then why are you fighting me on when I said how do you prepare your kid? You know how to prepare it. Your ego.
This is funny as hell. Like, Kevin put her boyfriend on game. She's like, ha, 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 ha. You hear this? Kevin's like, yeah, I'm saying this loud so this motherfucker can hear it.
I'm not fighting.
I'm not fighting, pushing back, or whatever. Ultimately, what it comes down to, ultimately, you got to model it. That's all I'm ultimately.
That's right.
Star, you have 10 seconds to get.
Oh my God, Star is back. Ay, ay, ay. Star is back. A star is born. A hoe is born. Guys, be sure to get your hands on my free ebook, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Long-Term Relationship. 16 Deal Breakers. If a woman you are seeing, dating, fucking has any of these 16 characteristics, they do not qualify. Do not qualify for a long-term relationship. Get it at donovansharpe.com/newsletter. It is absolutely free. Sign up for my newsletter. Stay in the know on all things Donovan Sharpe. When and if my channel gets taken down, you will always know where to find my content. In exchange for your email address, I will give you my free ebook, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Long-Term Relationship, a $16 value, absolutely free. Absolutely free. Let's continue.
Get your shit together.
So Star is back. No, he said, hold up. Let me.
Or whatever.
I was saying because I think
Ultimately,
I
what
came
it comes
in
down
towards the
to, ultimately you got to model it. That's all I'm ultimately saying.
That's it.
Star, you have 10 seconds to get your shit together.
Speaking of Star. So I asked you guys to vote on the poll. I asked you guys to vote on the poll. 338 of you voted, and I thought I had the button for this. 338 of you voted in the poll. Is this woman over the age of 29? Do you believe that she is 29? 84% of you said nope. Oh, I'm sorry. Missed that. 84% said
Nope.
15% said
Yep.
thank you guys for voting. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Let's continue.
Got it together, Kevin.
Good. Why do you think you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids and you didn't require marriage to have 3 kids?
Why would I not deserve a
No.
marriage?
That's not how you answer a question.
She said, why would I not deserve it? Bitch, he told you already. He says, why do you deserve a marriage at 37 years old with 3 kids and 2 baby daddies? The answer, and then she answers, well, why would I not deserve it? Bitch, he just told you.
You answer a question. You don't answer a question with a question. Why would you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids from 2 dudes and you didn't require marriage to make 1, 2, or 3 children? Why would you deserve it?
Because regardless of the mistakes I've made, I have grown. And I still feel like I deserve a chance. Regardless. I wasn't saying that.
Sweetheart, you can feel however you want. Listen, I tell people this all the time. A woman can want whatever she wants. Doesn't mean she's going to get it. Right? You guys remember Michaela Pink? Michaela Pink says, I will never, ever date a blue-collar man. All right, cool. Cool. Doesn't mean she's going to be dating white-collar men.
You haven't said why you said why you want it. Why do you deserve it?
Because I have a lot to offer, Kevin. Just because.
Like what?
Then tell us. Then tell us. You said you deserve. Then you start trying to put a bunch of bullshit on me. I'm going to challenge your bullshit.
That's right.
Why do you deserve?
I deserve it because I feel like I have a lot of value. I feel
like what?
I am a good woman that a black man should and could have in his life.
Nope.
Then why didn't you? How long have you felt this way? How long have you felt this way?
10 minutes, Kevin. That's how long she's felt this way.
Maybe since I was about 30.
Oh, maybe since she was about 30, when she was pregnant with her 3rd child, that's when she decided she deserved marriage. Got it.
Before 30, I don't think I was interested in marriage, Kevin. Like, I definitely consider myself saved.
How old is your youngest child?
Oh, my God. This is getting worse.
How old is your youngest child?
She's 8.
So before 30, you didn't deserve it.
I wasn't interested in it.
All right. But see, ma'am, you got to understand something. What you did before 30 matters.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Why does a woman who loves her children and raises, does a mother and father who love their children, who raise a productive, competitive, successful black man, a stable, functioning son, why does he deserve to become your husband, stepfather to 3 children from 2 dudes, and the last one you didn't even want to marry? Why does that man have to take that? Instead of going to get no. See, that's what you're not gonna fucking do that.
Oh shit.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're going to answer the question the way I formulated, or it's going to be a very bad day. I get really pissed off when you ladies try to answer questions with questions because you're trying to be smart and snarky. Then I snap.
Okay, let me reword it then, Kevin. I
There is no rewording. He asked you a question. Why do you deserve to be married?
apologize.
Well, that's not even proper, man. You don't. If you're okay, let's back down. You have a job.
Unbelievable.
What do you do for a living?
Oh.
I provide home care service. I have my own home care business. I'm a personal trainer. And
Oh.
I'm also
Oh my
getting
God.
ready to graduate nursing.
Stop the
school.
cap.
Whoa. So she has her own home care business. She's a personal trainer, and she's about to graduate nursing school?
Stop the cap.
No, I don't think so.
The world, in business, when someone in a position of authority or position of power, they ask you to do something or ask you a question, and you turn around and ask them a question to respond to the question.
Jesus.
You don't. You do that with black men.
Yep.
You deserve shit.
Oh.
Nope.
I do deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve exactly what you got. Nothing.
Oh, shit. God.
Kevin, don't be like that.
I'm being like that because I
Oh,
sat
shit.
here and listened to you talk about what you deserve.
You haven't even.
Man, I've put you on so many different times, and I've said,
Oh, my
I'm
God.
advocating for me.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm sitting here trying to understand. I'm trying
He's
to
going
understand
in. Oh, he's going in.
Delayed.
I'm trying to understand
He's
why
going in.
somebody needs to raise their son to end up dealing with you. Why someone would deserve you as a daughter-in-law.
Finish him.
Because I'm an asset. I'm not allowed to.
How?
Regardless.
You're not an asset. You have 3 children. Ain't nothing about this as an asset. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
This is more that I am a queen because I found Jesus
You
after
done
I
fucked up.
had 3 kids.
You done fucked up. See, you done fucked up now.
It doesn't matter.
She's still
it
talking.
It matters to men who have a choice.
She's still talking. Oh, boy. Oh,
It
boy.
matters. I had sex with a man that I wouldn't even consider making. I wouldn't want to marry him, but it was good enough for the sex.
Yep.
Then you think a man who's worth his salt needs to come out and be a stepfather to that?
Nope.
He's waiting.
Black women, this is what I need you to understand.
Uh-oh. So he's got him on the ropes. He's got him on the ropes. His corner is telling his trainer. But Apollo looked over and said, no.
This is what they think your sons deserve.
Ooh.
This is what they think your sons deserve.
This is funny. You see her trying to show her tits on camera? Oh, God damn. This is brutal.
Because she just decided to get you have not heard this woman take any accountability.
Nope.
At least bit of humility.
Nope.
And think about it. She's probably on her best behavior on this. Can you imagine what happens when she feels like she's your equal?
Nope.
He's about to hit her.
I'll make you famous.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This is what they think you deserve, black man. I'm going to go do what I want to, and because I say,
wow.
well, I deserve better now. I've got it together now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. That's it. That's a wrap.
That's what you deserve. Buy a dog. Die alone.
That's it. That's it. That's a wrap.
Because as long as I am here, I am going to stand 10 toes down and advocate for men.
Damn.
Men have been told we have to put up with this, and tolerate this, and cow to this.
Real talk.
And not once do you hear women like her even come in saying, I deserve. What do you bring? I'm an asset. I'm a this. I'm a that. How? Because I found Jesus and I feel like I'm deserving now. Okay, great. In what ways? Well, you tell me what ways. Black man, you deserve better.
Yep.
And I will continue to say, men, you deserve better. Damn. That's why they don't like me. That's why they want the petition to remove him and get out of here.
Right.
But yet they don't consider that to be violence. They don't consider that to be abuse. They don't consider any of the stuff they come on here talking about men to be anything other than what you deserve.
I'm afraid to talk right now. God damn.
If you was a man, you'd put up. If you was a man, you'd stand for it. If you was a man, you'd deal with it. What about the men you had kids for? Oh, well, you know. I had an itch I need to scratch.
Right.
They don't count. You pay the bill, though.
There it is. That's it.
She belongs to.
Nope.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
Ah, look at that. We hit at the same time. I didn't even know he was going to do
10
that.
toes.
10 toes down.
That's why I say everybody under me a high value man, but I don't believe that average men deserve subpar women.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I don't believe that average men deserve women who think that after they've done everything they want to do in their life, that they get to come over here and question why you need to get out there and break your back and provide for them like those are your kids.
Nope.
In wintertime.
Nope.
So my name is
God damn. Kevin fucked that hoe up. He fucked her up. Like that was fucked up. Cigar Man, $5 super chat, says a token from Dave and Buster has more value than this woman.
Yep.
Damn. We now come to the coup de grace, not the cuss de grace. The coup de grace. This woman is going to ask Kevin why so many black male medical students only want white girls. Here we go.
Sharon, and I'm in North Carolina. And I was just
she's in North Carolina? Oh, yeah. Listen, niggas stay fucking with the snow bunnies down there. Shit.
wondering. Oh, I'm 21, by the way. But I was just wondering about. So basically,
Solid voice.
I'm in med school, and I see a lot of black men, and they're also in med school as well. But I noticed that those men in my med school don't black girls; they want white girls. I know you've spoken about this sometime on your channel and stuff like that. But I was wondering what else I could do as a black woman to, I guess.
Hold on.
Before he answers that question, she said, I'm wondering what I can do. To have a chance with a black man. High value black man. Well, I'm not going to tell her anything. I'm going to show her. Take a look at your screen, guys. She wants to know what she can do. She wants to know what she can do to lure these black men away from these white girls that are consolidating on all the niggas. She wants to know what she can do. She wants to know what she can do to get her hands on one of these HVNs. I ain't say high value men. No, we talking about these high value niggas. Take a look at your screen, guys. What do you notice in every picture? What do you notice in every picture? Anybody in the class? Anybody in the class? Yes, you in the back row. Yeah, you in the back row. Nope. It's not that they're all very attractive, clearly. They do have that in common, but there are a lot of attractive white women who are also ratchet. No. You in the middle row. What's your name? No, not even close. No, no. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. I've got some answers here in the YouTube chat. Says attraction, fine.
Nope.
Leaning in.
Nope.
Dre Raven says femininity. And then he adds genuine desire.
Yep.
That's it. Double H had it too. Double H has it too. They be feminine.
Yep.
Gentlemen. Listen, ladies, I'm here to tell you. I am here to tell you. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is more attractive to a man, regardless of color, than true femininity. True femininity. What is femininity? Well, femininity, like Danny DBC says, that's interest. You show interest first. Hemlar also mentions a tenet of femininity. They appreciate they niggas. Right? True femininity means deference. Deference means she defers to you. She defers to you. She'll counsel you if you need her to, but you are the ultimate authority. All of these things encompass femininity. The number one reason black women are losing black men to white girls is femininity. I'll tell you right now. Niggas would rather fuck with a white girl. Niggas would rather fuck with a feminine white girl with 2 kids than a black woman with an attitude, no femininity, no kids. Real talk. Listen, y'all think I'm fucking around. Well, fine then. If he wants that bargain basement Becky, Well, wait a minute. If niggas would rather fuck with the Beckys with the kids, but not you with no kids, isn't that a you problem? Isn't that a you problem? Chaos also says they will actually work for the man.
Yep.
Devin worked very, very hard to earn my commitment. Devin worked for 18 months to earn my commitment. Did her work stop when I agreed to commit?
Nope.
She continues to work even today. The number one reason black women are losing black men to white girls is femininity. Period. And if you guys want an example, go back and watch I broke down an episode I did from Kevin's, and I can't remember which one it was exactly. You'll have to scroll through it. But it was this one girl from Colombia. He was actually was the one he's talking about non-black women. There you go. He brought on this girl. I forgot what her name was, but she said, "Hola, Kevin." And she started, dude, as soon as she started talking, you could see Kevin, like, dude, his body language was relaxed. Dude, Kevin, it was funny. Kevin actually smiled and laughed. Like, dude, Kevin was giggling like a little schoolgirl. Go back and watch it. Kevin was giggling like a little schoolgirl. Says, listen, I don't know no Spanish. I can say tacos. Kevin was, dude, he was laughing, joking, relaxed. That is the power of true femininity. Kevin Samuels, the unshakable, the impregnable Kevin Samuels, giggling like a schoolgirl. And a slightly above average looking woman who was feminine completely disarmed him. Black women like to say, when you date white girls, that's self-hate.
Nope.
No, it's not. You see, when black men date white girls, we don't have to change anything. We can still be who the hell we are. When black women date white guys, which is a rarity in and of itself, white girls got to pretend to like pumpkin spice latte. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? All of a sudden, you start trying to sound like white girls like this.
No, so when you make a sweeping generalization, I'm going to ask
on your channel and stuff like that. But
yeah, see, you try to sound like white girls. You get the blonde wigs, you get the blonde weaves, skin lightening products. You get the blue contact lenses. Everything, you got to change everything. So you tell me, we don't change anything. Y'all try to change everything. Who is guilty of the self-hate? Yeah, I didn't think so. Sisters, you can emulate everything that white girls are doing. But the one thing you need to emulate above all is femininity. Femininity is the great equalizer. Again, if you don't believe me, go back and watch that episode that I broke down to Kevin. Dude, it's the first time I was like, is this nigga smart? Is he actually? I couldn't believe it. I had to stop the show. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Kevin was just having a good old time. Good old time. So that is my answer to this woman. Let's continue.
I was wondering what else I could do as a black woman to, I guess.
Hold on. No, so when you make a
well, at least their nail game is on point.
Sweeping generalization, I'm going to ask some questions.
Uh-oh.
Because oftentimes when you women talk about men, you talk about 100% of men like it's the 10% of men you're interested in.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
So when you say they want white women.
What Kevin just said there, I'm going to rewind that. What Kevin just said there is very, very important. Shout out to Mario. Oh, boy. Mario Chichmanoff. I'm just going to call you Mario. Welcome to Chat Privileges. Welcome to Chat Privileges. You know what? I'm not going to call him Mario Chichmanoff. I'm going to call him Super Mario. Super Mario, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. Everyone, greet and welcome Super Mario. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. I wish I had another Mario sound other than this. But that'll have to do. Thank you very much, Super Mario, for your contribution. We greatly appreciate it. We really do.
Talk about men. You talk about 100% of men like it's the 10% of men you're interested in.
There you go. You talk about 100% of men like the 10% of men you are interested in. This is one of the I need to write another 49 laws of Sharpe. I need to write another 49 laws of Sharpe. The reason why this woman said these guys, all the black men at medical school are dating white girls is because she's only talking about the top 10%. I say this every day. 90% of men are invisible to 90% of women. Most men would fuck most women, while most women wouldn't sleep with most men. Those are the facts. So when you ask a woman, well, how many guys do you think are over 6 feet tall? I don't know, 80, 90%? Yeah, try 14 in the United States. Who cheats more, men or women? Well, men cheat more, of course. Yeah. What percentage of men are sexually active? I don't know, 75, 80%? No, it's actually probably less than 20. The reason why women give answers like this is because they're not talking about 100% of the men. They are talking about the top 10% of men. That is their truth. Women don't even realize it. Women don't realize that the bottom 90% of men are invisible. So when we ask questions like, what percentage do men cheat more than women? Well, of course men cheat more. Well, the top 10% of men cheat more, right? But we know the bottom 90% cheat a hell of a lot more than the bottom 90% of men. So the answer is women. But the reason women's world is sort of skewed is because they are only talking about, understand this, gentlemen, when women are talking about men in any context, they are only talking about the men they are interested in, the top 10% of men. And this is exactly what Kevin is letting this girl know. I can promise you, girls probably don't even realize it. Dude, those Miami hoes down there that Myron and Fresh interview, they have no idea that the bottom 90% of women or men are invisible to most women.
So when you say they want white women, you're speaking as
white girls.
As if 100
hashtags no bunnies
or the vast majority of black men,
Pinkfoot,
men in medical school only want white women. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not trying to say all the.
But that's what you said. But that's what you said, and that's why I'm clarifying. The black men you would be interested in, according to you, they're interested in white women.
Mm-hmm.
The question is why. So have you asked them why?
Nope.
I've asked some of them why, and it's
what
just
did they say?
That a lot of them said they were kind of like scarred in a way.
Oh
that,
shit! Oh wow!
Based on like
scarred from whom?
Or where
scarred from whom?
scarred by other black women. So, for example, they didn't like how other black women acted earlier on in their life, so they learned how to like white women, I guess.
So if you ask the men you're interested in why they're not interested in black women, and you heard what they said, why are you asking me what to do? Why don't you do what they want?
Oh, Face Facts actually answers her question for her. $5 says, black women, lose weight, be pleasant to be around, stop bringing other men's children, and stop using family courts as your religion and retirement plan. Yeah, that's pretty much the size of it. Mr. Know-It-All, $5 says, I noticed they are with them and not the other way around. Real talk.
It's not like they're telling me, oh, I need to do this, this, and that in order to. I'm asking what else I could do.
See, hold on.
Well, what did they tell her? That's what I'd like to know.
Hold on. What I'm trying to get you to understand is black men, like you're talking about, typically aren't.
King Midas said scarred by their mothers.
Yep.
Yeah, listen, the reason I date white girls is because of my mom. Real talk. Listen, man, the reason black men date white girls is the same reason why white girls date black men. A lot of them. You see, boys and girls are more or less genetically predisposed to seek out mates that are similar to their parents. Boys seek out women similar to their mothers. Girls seek out men similar to their fathers. This is common knowledge. Well, when the black boy sees that his mother is mannish, she's masculine, take charge, and there's no positive male figure around, which is a problem in and of itself, something doesn't really stick right with him, right? One would think that he would go for women like his mother. Not so fast. So, because while men are predisposed to seek women like their own mothers, there is one directive above that. What is that? Femininity. See, when I was a kid, I had no idea what femininity looked like. No idea. No clue. I had no clue what a feminine woman was. Absolutely no idea. My mother acted selfishly, mannishly. I had no idea. I had no clue. No clue whatsoever until my junior year in high school, where I met my high school sweetheart, Jill Stevenson. That's right. Jill Stevenson was a beautiful, blonde-haired, green-eyed, and she was a brainiac too. The first time I actually started to interact with her, it was weird. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Right? I knew that is exactly what I wanted. I didn't consciously make the decision to just all of a sudden start dating white girls. No, my masculine hard drive said, hey, this is what we want. This is what's attractive. Well, let's take it to the other side. When white girls are young and they see their fathers getting bossed around by their mothers, being emasculated, cheated on, etc., etc., she no longer is looking for men like her father. She's not looking for men like her father anymore. No, she's looking for masculinity. Again, the second priority is, hey, gotta find a guy like my dad, but if dad doesn't cut the mustard, the very first time she experiences what she believes is masculinity, she grapples onto that. What else do you think that girls with weak fathers gravitate toward the bad boys? If she's not fucking with niggas, she's fucking with the bad boys. Listen, pick your poison, one or the other. Black boys are shaped by their mothers. White girls are shaped by their fathers. That's why. Danny T, $5 says, if black girls become more feminine, black men would stop dating white girls overnight.
Yep.
You better believe it. You better believe it. And none of this fake femininity stuff, like Isonica on Temptation Island.
Ask, but if they told you why, are you presenting a better product and are you being competitive? How are you trying to steal Karen's boyfriend?
Ooh.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So I think
How?
I've done.
How are you trying to steal Becky's boyfriend?
I mean, I was raised properly. I'm not like.
In other words,
ratchet.
Kevin, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Thank you. Thank you. And would Becky try to steal your boyfriend?
Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. What?
And would Becky try to steal your boyfriend?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
You don't think? Excuse me?
Shit.
I mean, I feel like she would try it. But
No, I didn't say.
I-
No. I need you to listen real carefully.
Mm-mm-mm.
Would Becky try to steal your medical student black boyfriend if she were interested in him?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you. That's why you lose.
Oh, shit.
You're calling a 52-year-old man to find a way to not compete.
Ooh, god damn.
You know where the men are. You see them. You're attracted to them.
Damn.
You ask them why they're with white women. He tells you why you're with white women.
By the way, guys, hate to interrupt. I'm going to be premiering another TSR tune at the conclusion of this episode. That's coming up real soon. Another TSR tune, The Worst Heartbreak of My Life, Part 1. Stay tuned.
And instead of getting in there, beating Becky and taking her man, you look for somebody else. You guys don't think to fight. You want a man to lay down. Impossible.
Ooh.
The kind of men you want, the top 3%,
Oh my God.
1%,
Oh my
you're
God.
going to have to fight for them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So my question was, I'm
Dude, body blows, man. God damn.
already in that circle. I'm asking what else I could do.
You haven't even tried. Okay, ma'am.
You're not even trying.
Unless I missed something, you said you haven't tried to take Becky's boyfriend.
No. What I said. You asked if Becky tried to take my boyfriend.
I said first, have you tried to take Becky's boyfriend? And you said no. I wasn't raised that.
Nope.
way.
Oh yes.
I know what I heard. Why have you not tried to take Becky's boyfriend? Thank you.
Is it?
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you,
There
black
it is.
man. I want you to hear what
That's
she's
it.
saying.
That's it.
Just because it comes across sugar and spice and feminine, still look for the bullshit.
There it is.
Because I
See
shouldn't
that?
have to fight for you.
Oops.
You should be a 1% black man sitting
Damn.
there
Oh my
unattached,
God.
waiting for me.
Oh, my goodness.
Bullshit.
Oh, god damn. Wow. And there we have it. There we have it. What else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? Well, aside from what appears to be on the screen, you got to fight. You're going to have to fight Becky. You don't have to fight Becky. Hey, look, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, Becky's not giving up Tyrone. She ain't going to do it. Becky's not giving, dude, Becky's not, she's not letting you steal Jamal. No, sir. No, she's not. She's not here for it.
Fight for him or buy a dog or
Oops.
get a lesser man.
Damn.
That's the answer.
Oh, shit.
Now, what are you going to do? You going to fight for him or you going to get a lesser man or buy a dog? Those are your options.
Let's hear it.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna fight for him.
Then go take Becky's boyfriend and don't ask me what should you do if you happen to find one that is unavailable. The unavailable or unattached guy ain't the one you want.
Maury said Becky's a world-class fighter, though. I'm trying to tell you. Becky is, hey, these black women think well, I'm going to tell you what.
Uh-oh. Every man you want is wanted by another woman. Knuckle the French toast up.
Oops. Uh-oh. Damn.
Or watch Becky walk down the aisle and laugh at you.
Damn. Oh, my goodness.
Harsh reality. But you said it. Becky would fight you. Becky would try to take him from you,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, she would. And she does.
Why don't y'all learn from Becky?
That's a good question, Kevin.
Because the black man ain't nothing to be fought over.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Oh,
you don't have
boy.
to say it, but we know our culture.
Oh, my God.
No.
Oh,
And,
shit.
Well, I
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
raised that way. I wasn't this. I wasn't that. So Becky was raised wrong. She was raised to. So let me put that back on camera. So every other woman that would know to fight for a high value man, they were raised wrong and you were raised right.
What I said was, I'm not supposed to fight for a man. I wasn't raised to just
To just what?
Intrude on that type of stuff. I said I
Intrude?
wasn't raised.
What do you mean intrude? What do you mean intrude? Look, ma'am, either you're single or you're married.
Ooh, damn.
But let me help you with something. My aunt helped me get over this bullshit when I was young.
Oh.
I'm going to help you.
Oh, boy, here we
ready
go.
For the help?
Oh, shit. Oh, boy, here we go.
Sure.
My aunt told me, you try to play too nice, Kevin. Every time you find a woman that you like and she has a boyfriend, you try to do the nice and honorable thing and go find somebody else. That's a formula for being nice and alone.
That's right.
Unless you are married, you are single.
Damn.
Thank you to my aunt who is no longer here. She gave me a bit of advice that has helped me.
He said, unless you're married, you're single. A lot of sisters out here still act single, even though they're married.
Immensely over my life. It is blood sport. All is fair in war.
Real
and
talk.
what?
Real fucking talk. Love.
All is fair in what? In war and what?
Love. Say it, Sharon.
War and love.
Love.
There we go.
You want a man in the top 1%. If he is unmarried, he is what?
Single. There we go.
Thank you.
There it is. There it is.
Tell me what you weren't raised to do. You were raised to not fight for a black man.
Oh.
That's what you were raised to do.
Damn.
And I'm checking that shit. Fight for the black men you want, or watch your top men go to Becky, Marisol Malinga Jamila, and you know goddamn well that they will cut your Achilles and your kneecaps just to sniff him.
Well, not much more to say after that. Not much more to say after that. Sly Exel 2 says facts. My biological mother was a black masculine mess after she divorced my dad. The femininity and love I got as a child from my Mexican godmother. Good for you. Jasmine Jade Sky says black men date white women because of black women. Where do looks come into play? Are you kidding me with this? Yes. Listen, black men date white women because they're not feminine. That's what I said. See, what Jasmine is trying to do is well, wait a minute. Black women aren't the reason why black men date white women. Indirectly, yes. But the average black woman, the average white woman is far more feminine than the average black woman. And those are the facts.
Yep.
Men of all races value femininity. Femininity, listen, obviously she has to look good, but check this out. A woman who looks good, who acts like a man?
Nope.
No, sir. Not doing that. So yeah, looks come into play. If she looks good and she's feminine, then we have a chance. Carlos R, $5, says, every black chick I've been with never demanded me to wrap up. Oh boy. They let me raw dog if I want to, even on the first night. Ooh. Carlos, you better check the database, man. Make sure you ain't on the hook for no child support, fam. Because the way black women are now, man, like these bitches get pregnant just by looking at them. I'm just saying. C-Dub says Dak Prescott is IG official with a white woman too. She loves her some Dak and treats him like a man. What? Hold up. I'm gonna premiere another TSR tune. I just got to check out. I got to check out Dak's woman. I got this. Well, hold on. Let's go. Let's check out. Let's see who Dak is working with here. Let's see who Dak Prescott is working with here. All right, let me check out my man Dak. My man Dak Prescott. Dakota Rain Prescott. Let's see. Dak Prescott. For Dak. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I thought I had it. Window capture. There we are. There we go. All right. That's a little off. Well, hold on. Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. They make it a little wider. Perfect. All right. Let's see what Dak Prescott's working with here, shall we? Blow it up a little bit. This woman on the left, that is his mother. She passed away. That's his mother. That's Dak's mother. She's bald because, of course, she was going through chemotherapy. Let's see what Dak is. Let's see what Dak is working with. Let's see what Dak is working with. All right. These look pretty. I don't know. I don't see Dak's girlfriend. I don't see his girl. Is that LeBron? Oh, that's Dak hanging with Shaq. Dak and Shaq. Let's do this. Let's look up Dak Prescott girlfriend. Let's look that up. Dak Prescott girlfriend. Let's see what comes up there. Oh shit. Oh, what? What? Uh-oh. Oh shit. Damn. Yo. Damn, listen, Dak's got him a snow bunny for real. Look at this. Yo. Oh, yeah. Oh, she loves her some Dak. She loves her some Dak. Yes, she does. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, man, Kevin's trying to warn y'all. Kevin is out here trying to warn y'all, man. He's like, hey. Y'all better step up y'all's game. Damn. Yeah. Yep. Dak's doing all right. Dak is doing all right. Yep. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Look at her. Fit, feminine, cooperative. Look at that. Loves her some Dak Prescott. Doesn't play hard to get. I don't know who this is. Probably a side bitch. Yeah, that looks like a side bitch. But guess what? She don't care. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Fit, feminine, and cooperative. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame that black women are too prideful to listen to white girls. Just too prideful to listen to white girls. Okay, without further ado, I am going to premiere another one of my TSR tunes. You guys seem to like those. Mr. Shane Vicious, $2 says, Dak's mom is white, so him dating a white woman is expected. Okay, that's fair. So without further ado, here is the worst heartbreak of my life, part 1, as told by me in cartoon. Here we go. When I opened my laptop to get all the birthday love from my Facebook friends, I noticed that my account wasn't the one on the screen. It was Amy's. And like every red-blooded male, I decided to do some snooping around, and what I saw made me absolutely sick to my stomach. It made me wish I'd never looked. Back in the fall of 2008, I enrolled in paralegal school at a small community college in North Carolina. I was looking for direction in my life and had always been intrigued by the law. And because at the time I had neither the money nor the discipline to go to law school, I did what I thought was the next best alternative. One of the unexpected perks of being at a community college in a female-dominated field was the guy-to-girl ratio. That semester, I was just one of 4 men enrolled in the paralegal program. There were just over 60 women enrolled, which meant that for every 1 guy, there were over 15 girls. And what's more is that the vast majority of our female classmates were in their early 20s. A lot of them had just graduated from high school. And because of this, that first semester was one to remember. Even though this was a small community college, there were still plenty of off-campus parties on weekends, and those parties facilitated a lot of hookups. As much fun as it was hooking up with our female classmates, it did lead to a lot of unnecessary drama. And as you can probably imagine, things could get pretty messy between classmates. I may or may not have been involved in some of these myself. If I'm being honest, it was almost like being in high school all over again. But I digress. So the second semester rolls around and my first class is Civil Lit. After I took my seat, I caught the eye of a pretty girl who walked in and took her seat right in front of me. She had dirty blonde hair and blue eyes. She was wearing these super tight jeans and a shirt she had obviously cut to make sure everyone saw her navel piercing. This girl was what I would describe as nasty hot. Pretty enough to catch your eye, but dresses in such a way that says she gets around. Now, I was only 31 at the time and didn't have much experience with women. I had only been divorced for over a year, and because I didn't get raked over the coals, I was still as naive about women as I ever was. So I had no idea at the time that she was the type of girl I should have steered clear of. Her name was Amy, and she was the most beautiful disaster I had ever laid my eyes on. Her deep southern twang and her friendly legs were more than enough to draw me in. Well, it appeared that the feeling was mutual, because we started flirting with each other right away and did so on a regular basis. In my mind, it was only a matter of time before we hooked up. At the end of the week, our instructor gave us a pop quiz on the week's lessons, and the test was old school SAT style. You know, the ones where you have to fill in the bubbles? Well, I didn't have a pencil, so I tapped Blondie's shoulder and said, "Hey, you got a pencil I can borrow?" She said,
"Sure. Make sure you give it back."
"I can't make any promises," I replied flirtatiously. She said,
"Well, if you do, I'll hold you to it."
Equally flirtatiously. I was absolutely smitten by this girl. For the first time in my life, it appeared that a girl liked me as much as I liked her. Not only that, she was easily the prettiest girl that had ever taken interest in me. I almost couldn't believe my luck. Looking back, I realized that she was probably around a 7, but my inexperience at the time probably had her rated at about a 9. So I aced the quiz, and when Amy asked for her pencil back, I said, "Nobody uses this but me. Got it?"
"Got it,"
she says. I remember getting an adrenaline rush when she said this to me because she looked me right in the eye when she said it. And this wasn't just the type of look that said she was just acknowledging me. She looked at me like she liked me a lot. So she says,
"From now on, we are going to call this the magic pencil, and I won't let anyone use it except for you."
So I said,
Good girl.
Then she blushed, smiled, then whipped her head around. I honestly felt like I was back in high school. I hadn't felt this way since I was a teenager. It's hard to describe, but it was intoxicating. Well, as predicted, Amy and I dove headfirst into a serious relationship. Things moved very quickly, but neither one of us seemed to think it was fast enough. Hell, we told each other "I love you" less than a week later. We spent every waking moment together. And I mean that in the most literal sense. We were together all day and every single night. We would study during the evening, cook together, watch movies, we'd fall asleep on the couch together, and when we were in bed, we'd hold hands until we fell asleep. I mean, we did all that sappy stuff people do when they are stupidly in love. We even bought matching charms to wear around our necks. Mine was the letter A for Amy, and hers was the letter D for Donovan. I mean, we were inseparable. Amy also took great care of me. She would have my coffee waiting for me if I was running late to class. She would take notes for me if I had a migraine and wasn't feeling so hot. I mean, she moved heaven and earth to make sure I was okay. I remember this one time. I had mentioned to her offhandedly that I had forgotten to bring my lunch. I didn't really think anything of it because I figured I'd just eat a late lunch after school. Well, halfway through my legal research class, I get a text from Amy to come downstairs. And when I got there, she had a Whopper and Coke waiting for me and would not let me go back to class until I ate. I mean, I was absolutely enchanted by this girl. I had never dated a girl this pretty, who treated me this well, who loved me this much. I was head over heels for her. So near the end of the spring semester, Amy and I took a trip to the beach for her 20th birthday, and it was one of the most memorable weekends of my life. It was the weekend that we started entertaining thoughts of marriage and children. We were going to have 2 boys and 2 girls, and they all had names. We were going to live in San Diego, California, buy a house on the beach, and live out our days raising our children and being in love. My birthday was just a few months later, and when I opened my laptop to get all the birthday love from my Facebook friends, I noticed that my account wasn't the one on the screen. It was Amy's. And like every red-blooded male, I decided to do some snooping around, and what I saw made me absolutely sick to my stomach. It made me wish I'd never looked. Before I tell you how that fateful day changed everything, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who calls himself a man. I would also like to remind you that if you want access to tens of thousands of hours of exclusive content not found anywhere, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. There you will get access to audio and video versions of just about every episode I have ever done from the very beginning. You will also get access to my weekly Zoom calls where I do consultations, coaching, and give advice. Join our community of over 1,500 men who strive to dominate life at patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description. Okay, let's go back to my 32nd birthday, shall we? So I took screen grabs of what I saw, put it on a flash drive, and drove over to Amy's place. I sat directly in front of her and said as carefully as I could, "Amy, you know I love you, but I'm going to ask you something and you are going to tell me the truth." She looked at me in stunned silence and slowly nodded. I gathered my thoughts and said, "Have you cheated on me?" Now, I expected her to completely deny everything. In fact, that's what I wanted her to do. Whatever crazy explanation she was going to give me, I was going to totally believe it and blindly put what I saw on Facebook behind me. But that's not what happened. After what seemed like an eternity, Amy said,
Honestly, yes.
Guys, I cannot describe to you the gravity of the shock and pain I felt at that very moment. To this day, I have never felt that kind of emotional pain. I still get a slight pang in my stomach just talking about it right now. After her revelation, I cried my eyes out, in front of her no less. And of course, so does she. She reached out to me to tell me she was sorry, but I pulled away and told her not to touch me. I got up, ran into the bathroom, and puked my guts out. Then I cried some more. I probably puked 1 or 2 more times, I don't remember, but it was all a blur. When I finally emerged from the bathroom, I yanked off my necklace with the letter A charm and threw it on her couch. Amy cried and pleaded with me not to leave, but I just couldn't deal with what I had just heard. That day at work, I could barely focus. My boss seemed to know something was up because he kept his distance and didn't really ask me anything. But all day long, Amy was calling and texting nonstop telling me she was sorry, that she'd never do it again, that she loved me, that it was a mistake, and that she wanted to make it up to me, all of the rest of that. It was extremely difficult not to respond because even though I was extremely hurt, I still loved her very much. Those feelings don't just disappear when you learn you've been wronged by someone you love. This is why I always try to be reasonable with men who reach out to me with revelations of infidelity in their relationships. It's easy for someone who is detached from the situation to say, "Just leave her, bro." But when I get that email or that message asking me how to deal with a cheating girlfriend or wife, I always think back to the very moment where Amy told me she cheated. This isn't to say that I don't advise them that that is not the relationship they should be in, but I'm a lot more empathetic in terms of the tone I take when advising someone how to pick up the pieces after discovering their significant other has been unfaithful. Anyway, towards the end of my shift, I finally cracked and called her. As expected, Amy was in tears. She apologized profusely, said she wanted to get married and be my wife, and said she had a surprise for me when she got off work. I took the bait. She came over later that night and brought me a cupcake with a birthday candle in it and gave me a card and a really nice watch I wanted. But the birthday surprises weren't over. Amy turns around, lifts up her shirt, and unveils a tattoo of my name emblazoned in fresh red and black ink on the small of her back. I was back in her clutches. Unfortunately, the damage had been done. Our relationship was never the same after that and was a far cry from what it ever was during that magical spring of 2009. I was always checking up on her, asking her who she was calling or texting, basically all the behaviors I now teach men not to engage in. As you can probably imagine, that got old with Amy very quickly. We got into some pretty crazy knockdown, drag-out shouting matches, and they happened on a regular basis. It seemed like every other day we were screaming at each other for some reason or another. I found out that she had been cheating on me throughout our relationship and that she had been doing a very bad substance that started with the letter H all summer long. I mean, this was a bad situation. But despite all of that, I was still hopelessly in love with her. And even though things were terrible between us, I still held out hope that we could get through it and recapture the magic we had back in the spring. As if all this weren't bad enough, just over a month after my birthday, her ex-boyfriend was due to get out of prison. And you won't believe what happens next. So tune in next week for the conclusion of the worst heartbreak of my life. Thanks for watching. Amy woke up feeling nauseous and puked her guts out after breakfast. And if you're thinking you might know why this is, I can assure you that you are 100% right. So last week, I told you guys about my relationship with Amy and how I'll just go ahead and do part 2. I told you guys that we met in paralegal class, hooked up, and got into a relationship that became very serious very quickly. I told you about how magical the spring of 2009 was and how we were the happiest couple ever. I also told you about the revelation of Amy's infidelity and about how it absolutely destroyed me. Well, today, I'm going to give you guys the conclusion of this torrid whirlwind romance and how it ended up sending me to the unlikeliest of destinations which would change my life forever. Now, I know you guys want to hear about Amy's ex getting out of prison, but I need to first fill you in on why he was there, how he got there, and where he fits into a story that's so crazy one couldn't possibly make this up. So after I found out Amy had been cheating on me our entire relationship, my life began a downward spiral that very nearly could have ended my life. The fall and winter of 2009, I became completely unraveled. I fell into a deep depression, dropped out of paralegal school, developed a Coca-Cola habit, was taking illegal painkillers by the handful. I mean, it was bad. I lost my job and my car because it broke down and I didn't have the money to fix it. To make matters worse, my roommate kicked me out because I couldn't pay the rent. Having no place to go, I ended up living with a couple of Amy's drugged out friends. They were a couple who were both in their 30s and both on probation for felony possession. And as you can imagine, the party favors ran rampant in this household. That's part of the reason I developed the party favor habit. The other reason is because Amy was an experienced user herself, and this was even before I met her. So let's rewind about 6 months before I lost everything and to a particular day when I had a really bad migraine headache in class. So we're sitting in Civil Lit and Amy noticed that there was clearly something wrong with me. She had a look of great concern on her face because she had never seen me like this. I was usually pretty talkative in class, but on this day I was as silent as a church mouse and had my head in my hands to shield my eyes from the light, because when you have a migraine, bright lights will make it much worse. Headache, I said to her very slowly to keep from saying too much as it would make this debilitating migraine even worse. Amy reaches into her purse and pulls out a large white pill.
Take this,
she said. What's this? I asked.
It's a Vicodin,
she replied.
Take this and your headache will go away. I promise you.
Now, the only time I can ever remember taking a painkiller that had to be prescribed by a doctor was after I had one of my wisdom teeth removed. But what I did remember was how effective they were. But let's take a moment and think about this, guys. This 19-year-old girl was young, nubile, and appeared to be in perfect health, which was par for the course for most females her age. But never once did I think to myself, what's a 19-year-old doing with Vicodin in her purse? All I knew is that I wanted my headache to be gone. So I completely dismissed the fact that Amy was carrying around a bag full of Schedule II party favors. Well, when we fast forward to the fall, what happened in class explained why she had been using the H-word party favor all summer long. You see, Amy had scores of red flags that I had been completely blind to simply because she was pretty and was paying attention to me. Amy's upbringing is the quintessential example of a girl with daddy issues. Her mother gave birth to her at 15 years old, and her father left soon after. He'd come back into Amy's mother's life from time to time, but he spent most of his daughter's life in and out of prison. He was physically Ibisuba spelled backwards, had a drinking problem, and couldn't stay out of trouble with the law. Eventually, he disappeared just after Amy's 8th birthday and was never found. Amy's mother was stricken with grief because she feared the worst, and because of this, she started drinking heavily, lost her job, her car, her trailer home, leaving her and her young daughter homeless. Over the next couple of years, they bounced from house to house living with family members and friends. But Amy's mother's proclivities to commingle with men who had substance abuse problems and criminal records got them evicted on more than one occasion. Eventually, they were taken in by a woman who is a longtime friend of Amy's grandmother, who had a 28-year-old son by the name of Ben. Ben immediately took on the surrogate father role and looked after Amy. He helped her with her homework, made sure she got to school on time, and took good care of her in the absence of her father. So for the next 3 years, this patchwork family appeared to be making it work. Amy's mother checked herself into rehab and finally got clean, Amy's grades started to improve, and Ben just landed a great job at a company that had a government contract. Everything seemed perfect until one morning, Amy woke up feeling nauseous and puked her guts out after breakfast. And if you're thinking you might know why this is, I can assure you that you are 100% right. But before I tell you about that crazy situation, let me remind you to like, comment, and share this video with anyone with a Y chromosome. I would also like to remind you that I will be breaking down the most popular dating show, The Bachelor, every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on SharpStream. SharpStream is my own private streaming platform where I can speak freely without the concern of getting deplatformed. SharpStream is available to all patrons $5 and up. So if you'd like to watch me break down this historic season of The Bachelor, which features a black man for the very first time, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description. Okay, let's get back to my story. So Amy wakes up one morning and pukes her guts out. Now she has no idea why, but her mother most certainly did. And sure enough, Amy found out that she was 3 months pregnant. Even worse, Ben was the father. As you can imagine, Ben was arrested soon after, but what shocked everyone was that Amy was absolutely devastated. She had fallen in love with Ben. Now, the laws currently on the books dealing with this particular situation, which I'm not saying out loud for obvious reasons, requires a mandatory 25-year sentence. But because Amy's testimony somehow convinced the jury that the situation was not what it appeared to be, he was only sentenced to 6 years. His release date, September 16th. 2009, exactly 45 days after my 32nd birthday, which happened to be the day I found out Amy had been unfaithful, which brings me to the end point I left off last week. The day that Ben was supposed to be released, I broke up with Amy. She was crushed, but at the time I was resolute. I was still reeling from all that I had discovered about her, and I knew that there was no way I could handle Ben being around and what that situation had the potential to do. Amy cried and pleaded and begged me to reconsider. She assured me that she was no longer in love with Ben and that she loved me. I wanted to believe her, but I had seen and heard enough to realize she didn't know who she loved, if anyone at all. So I went home and tried to move on with my life, but I failed miserably. I tried to sleep, but I just couldn't. I tossed and turned all night long because I just couldn't get Amy out of my head. The thought that she might be hooking up with Ben at that very moment was just too much to bear. So the next morning, I called up a friend of mine, somehow talked him into letting me borrow $800, and went to the jewelry store to buy Amy an engagement ring. As soon as I bought it, I called Amy and told her to meet me at the gas station we used to go to in an hour. And right on time, she pulls up with a couple of friends of hers. She gets out of the car. I get down on one knee and asked her to marry me. True story, guys. I'm telling you, you cannot make this stuff up. I borrowed money from a friend I knew I would never pay back to buy a ring for a woman I knew I would probably never marry, and asked her to marry me. To my great relief at the time, she accepted. Her friends swooned with delight at their newly engaged friend who is now a bride-to-be. Well, the next couple of months were quite literally the worst 2 months of my life. As you probably have already guessed, Amy eventually started sleeping with Ben, and things couldn't be worse. When she got pissed off at me, she would go and sleep with Ben. When she was mad at him, she would come back to me. This love triangle continued until one night she was arrested for possession. Remember the party favor couple I talked about earlier that I would eventually end up living with? Well, they were the ones that ratted her out. I didn't know she was in jail until I got off work. Her bond, $13,000, which meant it would cost $1,300 to get her out. And between me, her mother, and Ben, we didn't have nearly enough to get her out. So once again, I pulled a rabbit out of my hat and managed to borrow $1,300 from another roommate of mine and got her out. Amy thanked me profusely and swore up and down that she was mine forever, until of course she started sleeping with Ben again. The devastation and heartbreak of this back and forth love triangle eventually took its toll. As I explained earlier, I neglected everything: my job, school, work, and eventually lost everything and ended up having to live with the very people who called the cops on Amy. And even then, the back and forth love triangle was still in full force until Thanksgiving night, when Amy called me to tell me that her and Ben were now engaged to be married. Although I knew this day would eventually come, I was still devastated. I was broke, homeless, drinking every day, doing party favors, Schedule 2 stuff, and now I didn't have Amy. This, gentleman, was rock bottom. But believe it or not, it actually got worse. So on the morning of New Year's Day in 2010, I was in an alcohol and party favor-induced haze when we hear a knock at the door. When one of my roommates answered, there was a short, bald Jamaican man standing there. I had no idea who he was, but they most certainly did. The man walks in the door, points directly at me, and says in a thick Jamaican accent,
"You don't live here, and if you are not out of here by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, the sheriff is going to come and put you out."
Having finally exhausted every resource I had access to, I called my brother and told him about my situation. He bought me a bus ticket to Atlanta, Georgia, where my mother and brother were living, sent $10 for me to eat on, and that was the last time I was ever a resident in the state of North Carolina. I wasn't really fond of living in Atlanta, having lived there before, and my second stint proved to be equally as disappointing. I knew I didn't want to stay in the ATL, but I had no idea where I wanted to go. I thought about Florida, maybe New York, but I was clueless about where to start the next chapter of my life. Well, a longtime friend I knew back when I was in college in North Carolina lived out in Vegas and had been trying to convince me to move out there for a few weeks. I'd never really considered living there because I didn't really think it was my kind of city. I mean, what could I possibly do in a city like Vegas? So one Saturday night, out of curiosity, I went to southwest.com to see how much a one-way ticket out there would be. I was in complete shock when I saw that the ticket was just $84. I sat there and stared at the screen thinking to myself, am I really about to do this? Am I really about to move all the way out to the West Coast? A few seconds later, I bought the ticket, not having any idea how this would turn out. And on July 10th of 2010, I landed in Las Vegas, Nevada, not realizing at the time that my life would be forever changed. When I think back to the terrible fall and winter that completely destroyed my life, I realize just how fortunate I was not to have been swallowed up by that armpit of a county in rural North Carolina. I could have been arrested because of the activity in the house I was living in. I could have gotten Amy pregnant. I mean, there were so many times where this situation could have gone completely sideways and severely and permanently wrecked my life. But only by the grace of whatever forces out there kept me from falling into this black hole was I able to escape that situation with my freedom and my life. People always wonder why and how I can speak with such conviction when I talk about relationships between men and women. And the reason is, I've had extensive experience. I've slept with more girls than I care to admit. I've been cheated on, cheated with. I've had pregnancy scares, love triangles. I mean, you name it, I've been through it. But the one relationship that did by far and away the most damage was the relationship I had with Amy. And to this day, I can freely admit that I have never loved anyone or anything as much as I loved her. Now, obviously, I feel much differently today. If I were to meet such a female these days, I'd have pulled a Bang and Bounce and I'd have been done with her inside of about 6 weeks, give or take. But the fact that I was able to emerge from that situation to not only survive, but to thrive and build what I have built today gives me a tremendous sense of pride. This is why I do what I do. This is why I tell my stories. This is why I teach men about the true nature of women. This is why I became Donovan Sharpe. Thanks for watching. And that, of course, is that's my story. That is part of my origin story. That is part of my origin story. That situation is the reason I ended up out in Vegas. And it's just when I think it is I can hardly believe it, man. Like when I think back to living with those two oh my God. It's incredible. I mean, man, oh man. I'll tell you what, man. People listen, people always, Donovan, who hurt you, blah, 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 blah. A lot of women have, man. This is why I know what I'm talking about, guys. I have absolutely lived this shit. Listen, I am very, very thankful, very, very thankful, that not only did I make it out of that situation, I don't want to say relatively unscathed, but I made it out of that situation. Like I said, I've been able to live a very good life. I've been very, very fortunate, and Charles Merchant says, yeah, gotta laugh at it now. Yeah. My God. Yeah, man. Listen, people don't believe me when I tell them, dude, I used to be oh my God, I was the worst of the worst simp, man. I was bad. Dude, no matter what story guys tell me, I'm like, dude, trust me. I was you once. I was listen, I was you. It's funny. People, I guess this is a compliment. People never believe me. They're like, dude, like one guy hit me on IG. He's like, Donovan, there is no way you were ever a simp. There's just no way. And I think what we have to realize is that the way somebody becomes good at something or to rise from the ashes, it takes practice. It takes practice and it takes failure. I use Stephen Curry as an example. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter in NBA history. That's because he practiced a lot, again and again. When he was a kid, he had to shoot from the hip because he didn't have the strength to shoot with his wrist. Well, guess what? When he got out of high school, or when he got to high school, he spent all summer long learning not to shoot from his hip. A couple years later at Davidson, the legend of Stephen Curry was born, and the rest is history. Anytime someone truly and clearly understand, when they become, like we talk about the 10,000 hour rule, right? To become a master at something, you have to do something for 10,000 hours. I've done this for 10,000 hours. This is why I'm good at what I do. But the main reason why I'm good at what I do is because of the stories I tell, man. I mean, listen, I'm not going to pat myself on the back here, but I'll tell you what, man. I think that I am probably one of the only men in this space who talks about my failures with women as much as I talk about my successes, man. And dude, I used to say this all the time. For every W I tell you guys about, for every big titty stripper bitch I fucked and chucked, dude, there are 50 stories of epic disasters, man. Like, dude, like batting average wise, I'm hitting below the Mendoza line. But this is who we become. This is how we become, man. And it took 32 years for me to finally, hit 35 for me to finally hit my stride. And here we are. And so now I've made it my life's work to help men improve their lives. And helping men improve their lives quite literally begins and ends with informing men about the true nature of women. If you understand the true nature of women and how to navigate and mitigate it, you're going to be miles ahead of 95% of men out here. You can have supreme talent. You could be genius. Doesn't matter. If you don't understand how women really are, how they operate, I mean, listen, there's nothing more dangerous to a man than a woman. Dude, women bring empires to their knees. Women destroy nations. They destroy, titans. This is their gift and a curse. And if you don't know how to navigate that stuff, you can and will get got. I got several times. I'm very, very fortunate to be sitting here now. But because I was able to withstand and sort of thrive, well, now I make it my job to let you guys know what these hoes really be on. Amari Antiquity, $5, says, awesome production and storytelling. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Temptation Island. I'm going to do the Temptation Island breakdown tonight at 6:30. Temptation Island breakdown tonight at 6:30. I am right on time with my podcast today. I try to end at 3 o'clock. I try to go from 12:30 to 3. 12:30 to 3, I do my podcast. 3:30 to 3:30 to 5, I lift weights, I work out, I train. 5:15, Devin makes me a pound of steak, beef, whatever, keto. Then I sit down and relax for a little while. Then I come in here. I do my Temptation Island breakdown. I stay in here, get some work done. I then hit the shower, go downstairs and hang out with Devin for about an hour. I tell her to go upstairs and put on the heels. And then we smash. Oh, by the way, let me show you guys something. Speaking of which, so I got this map. This is something that I've done here. So I got this map. I got it on Amazon. And what it is it's a map that shows like where you've been, right? Shows where you've been. You can see, oh, look at that. We've been here. We've been there. Well, these are the states that Devin and I have had sex. We have had sex in 10 different states. We've had sex in Hawaii, Arizona, Nevada, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Michigan. Now, we've been to Virginia together, but we didn't smash in Virginia. However, we are going to be in West Virginia next week, and then we're going to go down to see my brother and sister in Texas the week after. So we will be adding 2 more states to our collection. So I'm going to frame this up. I'm going to frame that up, and that'll be a cute little something to add to the broadcast. Fantastic show today, guys. Listen, I'll keep premiering these Sharpe shorts. You guys seem to like them. I think I've only got like 3 or 4 more. There's a story about Christiana, how she tried to trap me with a kid. There's the story about Jennifer who tried to report domestic Duracell. And then I think there might be a couple more. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I can see here. Hang on a second. You guys saw the story about Luce yesterday. Yeah. So, yeah, really, those are the only 2 that are left. So, Devin, yeah, Smash Map. Yeah, let's like that. I like that. We'll call it the Smash Map. That's a good idea. That is going to do it for this edition of TSR Live, even though you can barely see me. Say hi to Philip and Clyde. Temptation Island tonight at 6:30. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.